The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.
We're so thrilled to have on the award-winning platinum, gold country music artist, you name it, also an actor, the one and only Lee Brice. Lee, it's great to finally have you on the show.
Good to see you, brother. Absolutely.
You know, I got to tell you, listening to your new song, Cry, I love this song, but what blew me away was the music video.
I've been hearing that.
And obviously, you take all the credit for it.
Yeah, well, I will. Listen, I love to come up with the ideas for my videos, or at least help, you know, and be involved in it. But this thing came across my plate. Chase, the guy he's done a lot of the videos for the last few years, he brought this idea, and I was like, I just naturally didn't go there in my brain.
Right.
I just would never have done it. But we've worked together so long, and he's so talented. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to trust you. You sure this is cool? You sure this isn't going to be like, you know, whatever? And so he's like, nah, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be dope. I was like, well, let's do it. So we did it, and now I hear more and more, man, people love the song, but they really love it even more once they see the video.
It's one of those things, though, too, Lee, to where, you know, and you and I were talking before we did the interview, to where you have to watch it from beginning to end.
Oh, yeah.
Because the end is just, it's the closer. You know, it's just so funny, and it's so great. You know, it's like going, you know, and the gal's like rolling her eyes and all this stuff the whole time, and there you are with the band and singing it the whole time. And then at the end, it's like going, if I call, will you leave?
I know, it was really fun. It's you know, a lot of times when you go do photo shoots or video shoots, it's like a lot of work, and it can be grueling or whatever, or long days. And this was a long day, but it was so much fun. Right. I mean, my whole band was in it. We're squeezed into a car together, like, you know.
You can tell you guys are having fun. I would love to see the B-roll. You should make like a separate thing, like a Lee Brice documentary of just the stuff that hit the floor with the editing.
We've talked about doing that. Some of it I don't know that could reach TV. But
it might have to have like a different rating.
Yeah.
You know, YouTube only.
Yeah, you know, rated Lee.
You know, I got to bring this up though too. Obviously, sold out tour last year. Me and my guitar. This year, you and me and my guitar.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of the team. I was thinking you and me and a small dog and my guitar for 2026, and then we can just add on every year.
Yeah. I mean, I was just so cool. I thought it was so cool that you noticed that. I didn't know if anybody would notice that last year it was called Me and My Guitar. This year it's called You, Me and My Guitar. You do pay attention.
But I mean, it's sold out tour.
Well, it's been even more than that. It's meant so much to me because it has done. I mean, it kind of like, you do this for long enough.
Right.
You know, you do any job long enough, which I don't consider this a job, but this is what I do. But, you know, you can find yourself in some lulls and some like, well, I don't want to be mundane. You got to keep things interesting. But this tour, like, just lit me back up last year. And I was, like, so excited to be on the stage and so excited to engage with the fans and pull them in, like, you know, like when I was a kid before I came to Nashville. And so it was just, it's meant a lot more to me than just the fact that it's been sold out, which is awesome, right? I mean, it's like you don't get to do that all the time.
Right.
And we had no idea how it was going to go over. We just had this idea.
Went over, because I saw the tour, when you launched it, I loved it, because once again, knowing you, and you and I are both guitar nuts, and which, you know, of course, we were talking guitars earlier. We could do a whole hour show on that, Lee. But it's like, to me, it really hit home, and also with the song, and you're one of those humble artists too, to where it's like, I mean, you're in the Billionaires Club on Pandora. The only artist that surpasses you is Keith Urban. So you're in the family with Johnny Cash and Fleetwood Mac on Pandora.
That's so wild. I still feel like somebody messed up some zeros there.
But I mean, it's definitely, you know, shows the body of work you've created. You know, starting out from singing in church, playing piano, and then at 10 years old, you pick up the guitar and start songwriting.
Well, I heard, you know, Garth Brooks and George Strait in Alabama on the radio, and my 10-year-old mind was like, well, I want to sing, so obviously those guys are playing the guitar on that record. They wrote the songs. They produced the stuff. In my brain, that's what it said. So I was like, so I better get to work.
Right.
And so if I want to sing, I better start writing songs. I better start recording them. I better start, you know, playing guitar and learning how to play bass and whatever, piano. And so that's just naturally what happened. And that's still what I'm doing now. You know, I'm actually trying to, I'll leave here today and I'm going to go try to like close out my record I've been making for the last couple of years and try to get it turned in, but I've been there I'm always there from the very beginning of the conception all the way to the very last note is mastered.
And you're a dedicated family man.
Well,
you know, with your kids and your wife and everything. And I mean, been here in Nashville since 2007. I thought it was so interesting. And once again, not to embarrass you, but the parallel between like you and Charlie Pride, to where, you know, Charlie started out, you know, in baseball, and that was his career, got injured, just like you did in football at Clemson, and then went with the country music career. And then you have, you know, a person that suggests you come to Nashville. And you become a very strong songwriter.
Well, yeah,
for top artists in country music.
Well, it was a great story because I was able. I mean, I came to visit because, you know, a friend of mine said you need to come just visit Nashville because she knew I sang and wrote for a bunch of years, you know, and I came up and it was really a serendipitous thing. I came up here and I was kind of in that I had been injured in Clemson and came and visited for spring break and basically just never left because things just. You know, I met a couple of people and they were like, you need to be here right now. And so I'd always known that this was going to be the end all be all for me. Music was the depths of me. Football was a very close second.
Oh, yeah.
You know, growing up my whole life, I wanted to play for Clemson, period. And that was my big goal, but music was always.
Well, especially after you've won the talent contest for 3 years in high school. It's like at a point, it's like, geez, Lee's in the talent contest again. What's up with that?
That was wow. Yeah, that was some of those moments. Like I remember that the first time I won that in high school. I did a song that I wrote. I had a cowboy hat on my guitar, and I sang the thing, and the place was so quiet after I got done. Like almost like I was like, oh crap, they're not gonna. And it was one of those like trickling like things. I was like, I think I like this.
And you made a career out of it.
So
not bad at all. I want to make sure for our viewers, obviously Cry is out now, the song doing great on the charts, and also the music video, which I highly recommend. But they need to get their tickets for You and Me and My Guitar Tour, which is kicking off this year.
Yeah, and a lot of them are getting to that sold out point. So if you're going to get one, go get it. And I promise it'll be something you've never seen before. I'm not saying you'll love it, but it's definitely will be something that you've never seen before.
And I'll probably be working in the back, putting the stamp on, putting the you,
the you and your dog and your new buddy.
Well, I'll tell you what, be sure and check him out online. Go to his website, go to his social media. But the main thing is add this song to your playlist and the music video. But go see Lee Brice live. You're going to love him as much as I do. Thanks for coming on the show.
Man, thank you for having me, brother. All right.
The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.